Cancelled.
Schweezy.
Welcome to Previous Week Right Now. Previous Week Right Now is the show about the news that matters, the news that none of the media is willing to cover. John Oliver has Last Week Tonight. I have Previous Week Right Now. So let's just get into it. I have a lot of cool things to talk about today. First article from WKRN. That's straight out of Nashville, where I live. And so some really cool news coming out of here lately. Ladder could be named official state tool of Tennessee. So this is straight out of Nashville, folks. Lawmakers in the Tennessee House of Representatives are expected to vote Monday on whether to make the ladder the official state tool. House Bill 930 was filed February 10th by Representative Chris Hurt, a Republican representing Lauderdale, Crockett, and Haywood counties in West Tennessee. The bill scheduled for a vote Monday states the ladder would be designed as the official state tool. Senator Ed Jackson, a Republican who also represents several counties in West Tennessee, introduced the Senate version of the bill, SB 925, which is scheduled for a vote Thursday. So that's the whole thing. So we're coming up on a vote, folks. I don't know. They might have already voted on it. Should I check the internet? Tennessee state tool. The latter could become, I don't know if it was confirmed yet, from what it's showing here on just the headlines. But as of right now, I can only say, maybe, I don't know. I also don't give a fuck. So, so that's the thing, though. I mean, let's be real here. I pulled this article because it's stupid. But anyways, like, we're in a pandemic still. Like, don't you think you want to help your citizens out instead of fucking figuring out the state tool of Tennessee? I don't know. You just deal with these bunch of R-word Republicans. R-word is Republican, FYI. They are the new R-word. So, though, I don't know, but they're also Republicans, so they're like, fuck everyone in the world. It's like, I don't know. I think about the financial stimulus and stuff like that. And let's be honest, we have the money to do all this shit. We have the money. They're like, oh, I don't know where we're going to do it. Like, we have the money. Like, don't act like we don't have the money. We have the money. So, I don't know. They're just dumb. I don't know why they think that we don't have the money to do this. I'm like, yes, we fucking do. And if, like, we actually do run out, like, oh, maybe just only tax Jeff Bezos and we'll be fine, okay? You could literally only tax Jeff Bezos and we would be fine, folks. So that's my thoughts on the Tennessee state tool, where I live, and apparently what they're doing right now. But let's get into this next one. This is from NBC News. BBC sets up complaint line for too much TV coverage of Prince Philip's death. So NBC News. Not BBC, NBC. The BBC has set up a dedicated complaints page for viewers fed up with its blanket coverage of the death of Prince Philip. We're receiving complaints about too much TV coverage of the death of HRH Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, reads a statement on the BBC complaints page, which invites disgruntled viewers to submit an email address to register a complaint. Shortly after news of the prince's death broke at noon local time on Friday, the BBC was swift in clearing its entire schedule up to 6 p.m. later in the day. Primetime programs such as the MasterChef final, not to mention cult favorites Gardener's Worlds on BBC Two, were also pulled to make ways for new specials and tribute programs for the 99-year-old Duke. Evening programs on the BBC across many of its channels included HRH, the Duke of Edinburgh Remembered, as well as 2 airings of a tribute to HRH, Duke of Edinburgh, which features interviews with Prince Charles and Princess Anne, presumably carried out shortly after his death. On BBC 4, as of 10:45 p.m. Friday evening, there was simply a blank screen that reads, "Programs on BBC 4 have been suspended. Please switch to BBC 1 for a major news report." Britons have not taken kindly to Friday night telly being sidelined for royal programming, have just realized the BBC was pulled everything on BBC 1 and 2 including the MasterChef final, to show the exact same Prince Phillip tribute, the exact same program running on both channels simultaneously. That is truly bizarre, said broadcaster Maya Dunphy. Some said the corporation's strategy feels like Eastern Europe 40 years ago, while others likened the Beeb to a state propaganda channel. Others were simply nonplussed at the absence of soaps on the Friday schedule. ITV's primetime schedule was not far off, with specials including Prince Philip, fondly remembered in Prince Philip, A Royal Life, alongside ongoing news coverage. Everywhere, although it's programmed a few hours of Prince Philip coverage earlier in the evening, Channel 4 received some heat for keeping its major Friday night shows, including Gogglebox as well as The Circle final, on air. A spokesperson for the broadcaster said on Friday evening, as an alternative public service broadcaster, Channel 4 also has a duty to offer an alternative to others, and whilst we have marked this sad news appropriately in our schedules and on all four, we will also continue to offer viewers the majority of our usual peak time schedule, including Gogglebox and The Circle tonight. Dude, thank God it's just an email. I'm just thinking about like working customer service and the idea of like having one person dedicated for like complaints on that. Like they would kill themselves at the end of it. They would definitely be killing themselves. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is a final situation. And yeah, that would be 100% what is happening. I'm also thinking a lot of these things is British slang that I don't know. And I don't care to learn, to be honest with you. But also, yeah, no, like when you have like major, it's okay. Like, you know, like okay, it makes sense for me TV-wise. It makes sense that they would make sure that, like, you know, when they just have, like, off time and, like, you know, they're just playing bullshit on TV. Like, yeah, let's play that shit. But when it's, like, the major things that, like, what people go in to watch and, like, that's where you have your advertisers coming in, that's a totally dumb idea. Like, and also, I don't understand the, like, why people are so obsessed with the royal family and shit in England. Like, they're not actually making the laws. They're just, like, they're taxpayer, like, just they get to live and do nothing all the time. I don't get that. Maybe just being American, because, like, I mean, I'm okay with I like our current president, but I'm not, like, in love with him. Like, if he does, like, shit, like, he wore a tan suit today. I'm like, okay, I don't really give a shit about this. That's what the shit, like, Fox News does. Like, the time Obama wore a tan suit. Another time he wanted like a Dijon mustard on his hot dog. Like, that's what they cover, because like they're not actually doing anything bad. They're just like talking a bunch of shit. So I don't understand the obsession with the royal family. I thought the Meghan Markle and then Prince Harry, that's his name. I thought that interview with Oprah was funny and interesting. Like, they're racist. I'm like, that sounds about right. And sounds like, look how old they are. They're probably racist. And so, yeah, that makes sense to me. I can't argue with that. But also, yeah, I don't really give a shit about any of those people. So, I don't know why everyone else is, to me. I mean, like, they're like, well, the royal family in the United States is like the Kardashians, but sometimes they're funny. So, therefore, he persisted, I guess. Drinking Waterloo, folks. I'm not drinking today on the episode. I know some of you are disappointed, but I need to lose some weight, and alcohol does not help you lose weight. Just something for y'all to know about. Alcohol does not, even if it's like, well, it's like keto friendly. I'm like, it's gonna like, it's not gonna like ruin your ketosis, but it's not gonna help you lose weight. Anyways, let's move on to this next one. Times Now News, the very best news source I've ever seen. Second best, behind Page 6. Woman thought she was passing a kidney stone in toilet, but she was having a baby. Melissa Sergikoff of Massachusetts, the U.S., was having a routine day on 8th March until she started experiencing intense stomach cramps and pain. At first, her partner, Donnie Campbell, thought she was passing a kidney stone and called 911 for help. But it wasn't a kidney stone or a regular stomach cramp. Melissa said the only relief she would get was when she sat on the toilet seat. After a while, she couldn't sit still anymore and started screaming out loud in pain. At the time, she felt something rush out of her. I look in the toilet and I still didn't know what it was. And I thought basically lost an organ because I didn't know. She said Melissa was pregnant and she had given birth to her baby on the toilet. In an interview with NBC Boston, the couple shared the experience of giving the surprise birth. We were just kind of in shock and not expecting it. And all of a sudden, there's a baby in the toilet, said Campbell. Melissa was in a state of shock because she had absolutely no clue that she was pregnant. Her 9-month term went unnoticed as she barely had a visible bump in her belly. So, I can't. Maybe I need to watch that show. I didn't know I was pregnant just to, like, kind of understand what was going on. Is that on Discovery Plus? Let me just double check. See here. This is where because it's on Discovery Plus, this might be what I'm talking about next week. I didn't know I was pregnant. American TV series. Where are you on? Aha, it is on Discovery Plus. I'm definitely watching this shit. Guess what we're watching next? I'm talking about next week, folks. A little sneak peek of what's going on. I like that. Yeah, I don't know how she would not notice she was pregnant. I don't know. Doesn't the period, doesn't like missing your period always do it? Or is there like, yeah, I always piss blood. So I guess didn't notice. I'm like always on my period. I don't think that's normal. I think you probably need to go to a urologist or something. I don't know how that I don't know how that shit happens. We just like, hey, I don't have my period. Great. But I also am not a female, or woman, I'm supposed to say, or the non-binds or whatever they want to go by. Anyways, though, very, very shocking. Imagine you're just sitting on the toilet, taking a piss, and all of a sudden a giant thing pops out, and then you're like, oh. And wait a minute, don't women like shit themselves when they give birth? The baby's covered in shit. Oh, how the time I've had the time of my life. All right, let's move on, folks. I have no like reaction. I don't even know how that's fucking scientifically possible. Let's just be honest. I don't know how that's possible. So we're just going to move on. Our good friends at Page 6, I don't think I've covered them in a while, but they're always the best news source for anything, and this is no exception. All right, so Nicole Kidman gives husband Keith Urban pedicures from Page 6. Nicole Kidman helps Keith Urban put his best foot forward. God damn it. God fucking damn it. That's so fucking stupid. But helps him put his best foot forward. Can I just talk to all journalists for a minute? Stop doing that shit. Stop doing fucking stupid puns. Like when the guy showed a pickle up his ass, and he's like, this man has got himself in quite a pickle. I'm like, no, no, stop it, everyone, stop it. The actress 53 revealed in an interview with InStyle that she often treats her husband, who is also 53, wow, they're the same age, and their 2 daughters to at-home pedicures. While she admitted that the country crooner is a pretty low-maintenance guy, that doesn't stop the undoing star from giving her husband of 14 years some pampering. I'll treat my whole family to a spa day and massage their feet and give them pedicures, Kidman said. The Oscar winner who recently joined the CBD space as a global brand ambassador for Sarah Topical said she uses the brand's Heel Scoful for $39.35 to treat her family's feet. Then I put my little bed socks on and wake up with the softest feet. I am so glamorous, she joked. While she indulges in the occasional spa day, the Big Little Lies star knows it's the little things that can make a big difference, like frequently applying sunscreen to her face and hands. So normal shit. And inspired by her own mother, who always smells good and looks good, Kidman continued, I try to make myself presentable in the morning. It's so easy not to even bother in quarantine, and I've been through periods like that before. And although she calls herself a 5-minute girl in the morning and night, when it comes to beauty, the secret star looks back fondly on her glamorous looks from movie roles like Satine in 2001's Moulin Rouge. I had a friend who once said Moulin Rouge, so like cracks me up. You watch the movie and not know the title? I have a photo of me in the trailer with my kids who were little at the time, she said, of shooting the iconic film. I was wearing a top hat, a sequin corset, fishnets, and stilettos, and I was making dinner for them. It's like, I don't mind being remembered like this. Kidman shares 2 daughters, Sunday 12 and Faith 10, with Urban. She also has 2 children from her ex-husband Tom Cruise, 28-year-old Isabella and 26-year-old Connor. So that's the end of that article, folks. What can I say that hasn't already been said? Why did someone feel the need to create a whole entire fucking article over this? Like, I'm not shaming Keith Urban. Like, you know, Nicole Kidman was like, hey, you want me to give you a pedicure? I mean, like, if someone does that to me, like, you want me to give you a free pedicure? I'm like, yeah, sure, go for it. Like, it's up to you. I mean, like, I don't necessarily want it or need it or else, but I'll take it. You know, it's not a big deal, you know. And she obviously has 2 daughters, so 3 technically, but 2 smaller ones that aren't living with her. So you can also think very, very much for a good second there that she's probably like teaching them how to take care of themselves and stuff like that. I do like her idea of, you know, trying to like take care of yourself, obviously, even during like a quarantine type situation. 'Cause I remember at the beginning of it, I was like, you know what? I don't need to really shower every day. Then I didn't, and I was like, okay, this is awful. I can't do this. And so I'm like, all right, we still gotta shower. We got to shower every day. I had to make that rule pretty far into it. I'm like, we have to shower every day. Even if it's like 6 p.m., you're going to shower. Like, even if you woke up at 11 and it's 6 p.m., you're still going to take a shower. That's just what we're doing. So, yeah. So, not that anything's wrong with anything in this article. I just can't believe someone put the time into making this. That's all I have to say. Page 6, you continue to inspire and put me in awe every single day of my life. So thank you so much. Well, hey there, Schwokelord. You just finished a full clip from the show. I hope you liked it, and I hope your brain cells don't hurt. If you want to check out more, we got more links here. We got full episodes, more clips, and the best of everything. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe, and like this video if you enjoyed it.